Our SAN was 5+ years old, and I knew it was time, we were past time, to replace that aging hardware. And so I had a decision to make whether to go out and invest in a new, high dollar SAN for our growing company, or look to have someone else who's in that business, who has all of the redundancies and has all of the hardened infrastructure that I quite frankly couldn't afford. And so that was the big decision of, do I keep it in-house or do I move it out-house where it's really more secure? There's a couple of advantages of it being in the cloud, and I'll start with the first one. The first one is backups. I no longer have to do backups. Anybody who's been in IT will tell you that backups are the most unsexy part of IT, but also the most critical, because if you have a disaster and you have to back up, that's your whole world is your data. Another big advantage of moving to the cloud was the fact that I no longer was responsible for the hardware. I didn't have a drive failure in the middle of the night that I had to get on the phone and get Dell to come out in 4-hour response time and change that hardware. But more importantly, it's scalable. I pick up the phone and I make a phone call and I say, hey, I want to add more disk, or I want to add more memory, or I want to add more CPU. And in, a couple of hours, it's there. No work on my part. It's just, I just pay as I go. And so it's totally scalable. Our company is growing extremely fast. We've hired over 125 new engineers in each of the last 3 years. We're looking for about 100 new engineers right now. And so the size and the scalability is very important to me. If you compare apples to apples and you add all those costs of what you're getting, it's actually cheaper than what I could do in-house. And it allowed our team to focus more on taking care of our internal customers than worrying about the data center side of our business. We no longer have to think about the infrastructure. I don't give it a second thought. I'm in a meeting, somebody's talking about we need to add this or we need to add that. I don't have to start thinking about, well, can I add another VM? Can our system handle it? I don't have to worry about any of that. I just have to say, hey, here's what the cost is going to be. I pick up the phone and I say, hey, I need to spin up another VM, another server, and it happens. We are truly being managed 24 hours a day that I never had that ability before.